We're working on the chrome wheels, and as you can see, they are pitted in some areas. Not much you can do about that except for resurfacing the wheel, which is out of the question here. So we're going to clean it up the best we can and protect it, and maybe stop that pitting in its tracks if we can. And this is what I choose for that, the metal polish from Tax Systems, and this cleans and protects and shines at the same time. It does a great job cleaning. It really brightens up chrome, and it leaves a protective film to cease corrosion and maybe help stop future pitting in the chrome surface of the wheel. There are many ways to go about it. Here I have a little 4x4 scrub towel. This is just a little bit stiffer than a short nap microfiber, a little bit more aggressive. And this will clean out those areas where there's pitting and a little bit of rust and oxidation. And then you can also machine them as well, which we will break that out a little bit later. But even by hand, it cleans up well. We can also work a little bit smarter and break out the attachment for the rotary and find the appropriate pad to get in between those spokes and clean up the chrome wheel. You can feel the abrasives, and it also has the protectant all-in-one rich formula, and by hand I'll just dab it on each spoke so I can work it with the aggressive foam pad. It may not show on the camera, but this thing is spinning extremely fast, even with the rotary only on the third or fourth speed setting. By the time you've finished cleaning up the face of the wheel, the formula will have hazed over, and it's time to wipe it off. With the film removed or the hazed over polish removed, it reveals a nice bright chrome face of the wheel. It's all cleaned up again. Yes, the pitting remains. Not much I can do about that. Simply repeat that process all the way around all four wheels, and they come out looking fantastic, nice and bright and reflective again. Okay, let's move on to the next chore. The headlights and the driving lights, or the fog lights down below, are starting to slightly oxidize and haze over. So let's shave that off. What we're going to use, 3000 grit sand discs on a hand block. Just spray a little bit of water that controls the dust. You can dry sand, whatever floats your boat. But I like to control that dust and wet sand, and it just runs down the side of the car instead of getting airborne. And now I'll repeat that process. I might even do the tail lights if needed, but the headlights and the fog lights and driving lights. That leaves them clean, but they're hazed over because of the sand marks. So we need to use the Jess Car Heavy Cut Compound, team that up with a 3-inch rotary and a wool pad that will clean them up very quickly. What we're doing here, we're just shaving a portion of the factory protective layer over top of the headlight and the parking light or fog lights. If they get bad enough, they have to be removed completely. You need to get a little bit more aggressive then, because they're rather thick. So you can start with 600 or 800 grit and work your way down to the rotary polisher here. Okay, the headlight is crystal clear. Once again, we'll work our way down below to that fog light. After that, you can prep them, and there's many ways to protect them and preserve that plastic. Paint protection films, you can spray them with diamond or 2K clear coat. You can use a ceramic coating, a sealant, or anything that has a protective layer in the headlight kits that you can buy in your local stores. Let's wrap this up and we'll get to the paint correction. Finally, we're going to keep this combination, the rotary, the wool pad, and the compound, for spot correction. We're only going to do an enhancement after the spot correction. So we're going to pick out the very worst areas around this vehicle, and I'm pointing at them right here. We will completely correct them with that wool pad and compound, and then follow up with an enhancement. And I'll show you exactly what we use for that. But let's get the spot correction done first, and I'll give you a few samples here. Absolutely everything we're going after is coming out nicely, and that includes this mark on the door. There's a little bit of an effect from the LED lighting that's on an angle here. So I'm sorry if you can't see that with the camera, but we're going to do the same process with this large mark on the door, and it will come out completely. Okay, the spot correction's done. Let's get on with the enhancement. Let me show you the condition of the paint. And you'll notice there's a halo around the spotlight here, or the swirl finder. And as we back out, we can indeed see some swirls and love marks. And we're going to get rid of as many of those as we can with the combination of the hybrid one and done by Turtle Wax, a Eurofiber pad, and a polisher with a 21mm throw. This clear coat is hard and stubborn, hence the polisher with a 21mm throw. It'll give it a little bit of elbow grease behind that work. We need a little bit more aggressiveness than if you'd be using, say, an entry-level polisher with an 8mm throw or even a 15mm throw. We can get the work done quickly and get around. There's a lot of surface area here. There's a lot of real estate to cover. So let me give you a little taste of the turnaround we can make with this combination, and then we'll get on with it. If we're doing just enhancements and one steps, the one and done is really all we need. It's pad dependent, so if you surround yourself with a bunch of quality pads, you're set. You can get just about anything done. Let me wipe off the residue, pull the tape, and you'll see the difference that we can make. The halo around the swirl finder as we drag it over becomes crystal clear when we bring it over into the area we corrected. A rather huge difference with just an enhancement. I'd like to know if you guys know what the difference is between a one-step and a paint enhancement. Let me know down in the comments section. More often than not, the biggest difference between an enhancement and a one-step is the time that it takes. But when it comes to the details, I have covered it in a dedicated video. I'll try to remember to put the link up above. But an enhancement is quite a lot quicker, and you can get around the car with ease and a lot of speed and make a huge difference. You also leave behind a lot of clear. It's much safer. So with that finished up, didn't take long at all. We'll break out the panel prep and get it ready for protection. The coating process is easy, and even with something quite large like this, we'll be around it rather quickly. And when we're done, these are the results. That white it's bright and glowing again. It has depth. It has a ton of protection for years to come for the new owner, whoever that may be. Let's back it outside and walk around and have a look as well. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.